My dear friends, it is a profound blessing to gather with you today to delve into the timeless wisdom of our tradition and discover how it illuminates even the most modern aspects of our lives, especially when it comes to something as vital as our financial well-being. We often hear about the pursuit of wealth, the accumulation of riches, and the strategies for financial success. But what if I told you that the true secret to watching your money multiply, to seeing it grow not just incrementally, but exponentially, lies not in complex market maneuvers or speculative ventures, but in a simple, consistent ritual, a practice deeply rooted in the very fabric of our ancient texts? This isn't about getting rich quick. It's about building enduring prosperity, a prosperity that is both material and spiritual, a prosperity that reflects the divine abundance intended for each of us. It's about understanding the profound connection between our actions, our intentions, and the flow of blessings into our lives. The world today bombards us with countless messages about money, about what it means to have it, to lose it, to chase it. But very few of these messages touch upon the deeper, more spiritual dimensions of wealth, the principles that have guided our people for millennia. That is precisely what we will explore today. We will uncover a path that transforms the mundane act of managing money into a sacred practice, a ritual that invites multiplication and abundance into your life in ways you might never have imagined. This path is not hidden. It is openly taught in our holiest books, waiting for us to embrace its power. It requires discipline, yes, but it also offers immense rewards, far beyond mere monetary gain. It offers peace of mind, a sense of purpose, and the profound satisfaction of living in alignment with divine principles. It is a journey of transformation from scarcity to abundance, from anxiety to tranquility. And it all begins with a single, powerful commitment, a monthly ritual that sets the stage for extraordinary growth. This ritual is not just about numbers on a balance sheet. It is about cultivating a mindset of generosity, responsibility, and faith. It is about recognizing that everything we have is a gift, and that by honoring that gift, we open ourselves to even greater blessings. This is the essence of true wealth, a wealth that enriches not only ourselves, but also our families, our communities, and the world at large. So, let us embark on this journey together with open hearts and minds, ready to receive the profound insights that await us. Let us learn how to truly make our money multiply, not just for our own benefit, but for the benefit of all. This wisdom is accessible to everyone, regardless of their current financial situation. It is a universal truth waiting to be applied. I am Rabbi David, and it is my honor to share with you today a teaching that has the power to fundamentally transform your relationship with money, and indeed, with life itself. We are going to talk about a monthly ritual, a practice that has been passed down through generations, a secret weapon, if you will, for financial growth and spiritual fulfillment. This isn't some New Age gimmick or a fleeting trend. This is ancient wisdom, tested by time, proven by experience, and deeply rooted in the very essence of our faith. It is a teaching that speaks to the heart of what it means to be a steward of the resources entrusted to us. Our tradition teaches us that the world was created with speech, with words, and just as words have the power to create, so too do our actions, especially our financial actions, have the power to shape our reality. Every decision we make with our money is a statement, a prayer, a declaration of our beliefs and our values. And when we align these decisions with divine principles, we unlock a potential for growth that is truly miraculous. Think about a seed, a tiny, seemingly insignificant seed. What happens when you plant it in fertile ground, water it consistently, and give it the right conditions? It doesn't just stay a seed. It sprouts, it grows, it blossoms, and it produces fruit, often many times over what was originally planted. This is the natural law of multiplication, a law that is not limited to the botanical world but extends to every aspect of creation, including our finances. Our money, my friends, is like that seed. If we hoard it, if we bury it, if we let it sit dormant, it will remain just that, dormant. It will not grow, it will not multiply. But if we plant it wisely, if we nurture it consistently, if we engage with it with intention and purpose, then we can expect to see it multiply, just like that seed. This is not a metaphor, it is a profound truth about the nature of abundance. The Torah, our foundational text, is not just a book of laws and narratives. It is a blueprint for life, a guide to living in harmony with the divine order. And within its sacred pages, we find profound insights into the nature of wealth, its purpose, and how we can cultivate it in a way that honors both God and humanity. It teaches us that money is not an end in itself, but a tool, a means to an end. It is a resource that can be used for good, for building, for creating, for helping others. And when we use it in this way, it becomes sanctified, it becomes elevated, and it becomes a conduit for even greater blessings. The monthly ritual I want to discuss with you today is not merely a financial strategy, it is a spiritual discipline. It is a way of engaging with your money that transforms it from a source of anxiety into a source of joy, from a burden into a blessing. It is a practice that acknowledges the divine source of all abundance and invites that abundance to flow freely into your life. This ritual has two primary components, both of which are essential for unlocking the full potential of multiplication. The first component is the practice of Maser, the giving of a tenth. This is a concept that dates back to Abraham, who gave a tenth of everything he had to Melchizedek, the priest of God Most High. Later, it became a commandment in the Torah, a fundamental obligation for our people. Maser is not charity in the conventional sense, though it certainly has charitable implications. It is an act of faith, an acknowledgement that everything we possess ultimately belongs to God, and that by returning a portion to Him, we are affirming our trust in His provision. It is a statement that we are not the ultimate owners, but rather stewards of the resources entrusted to us. When we give Maser, we are essentially planting a seed. We are taking a portion of our harvest and returning it to the source, trusting that this act of generosity will open the channels for even greater blessings. The Talmud teaches us that one should give Maser in order to become wealthy. This is not a guarantee of instant riches, but rather a promise that by engaging in this practice, we align ourselves with the divine flow of abundance. It is a spiritual law as consistent as the law of gravity. When you give, you create space to receive. When you share, you open yourself to greater abundance. This is the paradox of generosity. The more you give, the more you have. The act of giving Maser consistently every single month transforms your relationship with money. It shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. It reminds you that you are not dependent solely on your own efforts, but that there is a higher power guiding and sustaining you. It instills a sense of gratitude and responsibility, knowing that you are part of a larger divine plan. This monthly act of giving, this sacred tithe, is more than just a financial transaction. It is a declaration of trust, a reaffirmation of faith. It is a recognition that our sustenance comes not solely from our own labor, but from the divine hand that provides for all creation. By giving a tenth, we are acknowledging this partnership with the divine, and in doing so, we invite greater partnership and greater blessings into our lives. It is a powerful spiritual anchor, grounding us in the understanding that true wealth is not about accumulation for its own sake, but about circulation, about being a conduit for good in the world. It is about understanding that the flow of abundance is like a river. If it is dammed up, it stagnates. But if it flows freely, it brings life and fertility wherever it goes. Maser ensures that our financial river continues to flow, bringing blessings to us and through us to others. It is a constant reminder that we are interconnected, that our prosperity is linked to the well-being of our community and the world. This practice cultivates a heart of generosity, a spirit of giving that extends beyond the mere monetary. It shapes our character, making us more compassionate, more responsible, and more aligned with the divine attribute of giving. And this, my friends, is a wealth far greater than any sum of money. The second component of this monthly ritual is equally crucial, and it speaks directly to the principle of multiplication: consistent, disciplined investing. Our sages, long before the advent of modern financial markets, understood the power of diversification and long-term growth. The Talmud, in a remarkable passage, advises a person to divide their assets into three parts: 1/3 in land, 1/3 in merchandise, and 1/3 in liquid assets. This ancient counsel, found in the Babylonian Talmud, Bava Metzia 107a, is a testament to the timeless wisdom embedded in our tradition. It is a blueprint for prudent financial management, a strategy for mitigating risk and fostering growth. Let's break this down in more detail and see how it applies to our lives today. 1/3 in land. In ancient times, land was the ultimate stable asset, a source of food, shelter, and long-term value. It represented permanence and a hedge against inflation. It was the foundation upon which families and communities were built. In our modern context, this can be interpreted as real estate, owning your home, or perhaps even stable dividend-paying stocks that represent ownership in established, solid companies. These are assets that tend to hold their value, provide a steady income stream, and appreciate over the long term. The principle remains the same. Invest in assets that have intrinsic value, are tangible, or represent ownership in tangible assets, and are likely to appreciate over time, providing a solid base for your financial future. This portion of your wealth is about stability, about building a secure foundation that can weather economic storms. 1/3 in merchandise. This refers to active business ventures, investments that involve some level of risk but also offer the potential for higher returns. In today's world, this could mean investing in your own business, in growth stocks, in venture capital, or in other entrepreneurial endeavors. It's about putting your money to work in productive enterprises, contributing to the economy, and participating in the creation of new value. This is the dynamic part of your portfolio, the part that seeks out opportunities for significant growth. It acknowledges that while stability is important, so too is the pursuit of innovation and expansion. It's about taking calculated risks, about being involved in the engine of progress and creation. And finally, 1/3 in liquid assets. This is your emergency fund, your readily accessible cash, your safety net. It's the money you need for immediate expenses, for unexpected contingencies, for opportunities that arise suddenly. This portion ensures that you have flexibility and security, that you are not caught off guard by life's inevitable twists and turns. It provides peace of mind, knowing that you have resources available for whatever life may bring. It's about maintaining liquidity, about having the freedom to act when necessary without having to disrupt your long-term investments. The genius of this Talmudic advice lies in its recognition of the need for balance. It's not about putting all your eggs in one basket. It's about spreading your risk, diversifying your portfolio, and positioning yourself for both stability and growth. It's a holistic approach to wealth management that has stood the test of time. And when you combine this ancient wisdom with the modern understanding of compound interest, you unlock a truly powerful engine for wealth multiplication. Compound interest, my friends, is often called the eighth wonder of the world. It is the phenomenon where the interest you earn also earns interest, leading to exponential growth over time. It is the financial equivalent of that seed multiplying itself many times over. Imagine you invest a certain amount each month, not just once, but consistently, month after month. And then, the returns you earn on that investment are reinvested, so they too start earning returns. Over years, even decades, this seemingly small, consistent action can lead to truly astonishing results. It is the power of patience, discipline, and consistency. Let me illustrate this with a simple example. If you invest just $100 every month and it grows at a modest rate of 7% per year, which is historically achievable in broad market index funds, after 30 years, you would have accumulated over $120,000. And here is the truly astonishing part. Out of that $120,000, only $36,000 would be your own contributions. The remaining $84,000 would be the magic of compound interest, the money your money earned for you. This is the power of multiplication in action, a testament to the wisdom of consistent, long-term investing. The key here is consistency. Just as you wouldn't plant a seed once and expect a forest, you cannot invest sporadically and expect significant wealth. It requires a monthly commitment, a ritual of setting aside a portion of your earnings and putting it to work for you. And what better way to implement this Talmudic principle in our modern world than through consistent investing in broad market index funds? Index funds are a brilliant invention that allows you to own a tiny piece of hundreds, even thousands of companies with a single investment. They are diversified by nature, inherently following the Talmudic advice of not putting all your eggs in one basket. When you invest in an index fund, you are essentially investing in the entire economy, in the collective ingenuity and productivity of countless businesses. This approach removes the need for trying to pick individual winning stocks, a notoriously difficult and often fruitless endeavor for most people. Instead, you are betting on the long-term growth of the market as a whole, a bet that has historically paid off handsomely over extended periods. It is a strategy that is simple, effective, and accessible to everyone, regardless of their financial expertise. The spiritual principle here is profound. When you invest in index funds, you are not just accumulating wealth for yourself. You are participating in the building of the world. You are supporting innovation, job creation, and economic progress. You are aligning your financial actions with the divine mandate to be partners in creation, to bring forth good in the world. You are literally investing in the future, in the potential of humanity to create and innovate. This is a sacred act, a way of using your resources to contribute to the ongoing unfolding of creation. And when you combine this consistent investing with the monthly practice of Maser, you create a virtuous cycle of giving and receiving, of planting and multiplying. You are honoring the divine source of your abundance, and you are actively participating in its growth. You are becoming a channel for blessings, both for yourself and for the world. This dual ritual, performed consistently every month, transforms your financial life. It moves you from a place of passive consumption to active stewardship. It empowers you to take control of your financial destiny, not through greed or speculation, but through wisdom, discipline, and faith. It is a path to true financial freedom, a freedom that allows you to live a life of purpose, to support your family, to contribute to your community, and to make a positive impact on the world. Think about the parable of the talents found in the Gospel of Matthew. While it is a New Testament text, its underlying message resonates deeply with our own tradition's emphasis on stewardship and multiplication. A master entrusts his servants with different amounts of money or talents. The servants who invest their talents wisely and multiply them are praised and rewarded. The servant who buries his talent out of fear is condemned. The lesson is clear. We are expected to be good stewards of what has been given to us, to make it grow, to make it productive. This is not just about financial talents, it's about all the gifts and resources we receive in life. But it certainly applies to our money. Our tradition teaches us that money is not inherently good or evil, it is neutral. Its moral value is determined by how we acquire it and how we use it. When we acquire it through honest means and use it for righteous purposes, it becomes a tool for holiness, a means of fulfilling our divine mission in the world. And when we engage in this monthly ritual of Maser and consistent investing, we are elevating our financial lives to a higher plane. We are transforming our money into a force for good, a catalyst for blessings. This is the true meaning of watching your money multiply itself. It's not just about the numbers, it's about the impact, the purpose, the spiritual growth that accompanies it. It's about living a life of abundance, not just in material terms, but in every sense of the word. It's about understanding that true wealth is not measured by how much you have, but by how much you give and how wisely you manage what you have been given. So, my friends, I urge you to embrace this monthly ritual. Make it a non-negotiable part of your financial life. Set aside a portion for Maser and then consistently invest another portion in broad market index funds. Do this not just for a few months, but for years, for decades. Watch with awe as the power of compound interest, combined with the spiritual blessings of generosity, transforms your financial landscape. You will not only see your money multiply, but you will also experience a profound sense of peace, purpose, and fulfillment. You will become a true steward of your resources, a partner in creation, and a conduit for divine abundance. This is the path to becoming a millionaire, not just in dollars, but in blessings, in impact, and in spiritual richness. It is a journey that begins with a single step, a single commitment made consistently, month after month. It is a journey that will lead you to a life of true prosperity, a life filled with meaning and purpose. Remember, the seed you plant today, with intention and faith, will yield a harvest beyond your wildest dreams. Do not underestimate the power of small, consistent actions. They are the building blocks of monumental change. They are the quiet engines of exponential growth. And when these actions are rooted in timeless wisdom, their power is amplified beyond measure. This is the legacy we are called to build, a legacy of abundance, generosity, and faith. This is the path to true wealth, a wealth that endures, a wealth that blesses, a wealth that multiplies itself, not just for you, but for generations to come. Embrace this wisdom, live by these principles, and watch your life transform. Shalom.